Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here in front of the Great Wall of Comics. It's Monday. We've got some boxes, so it must be time for mail call. All right, so we got our packages. We've, believe it or not, it has been like 10 minutes since I paused, since we started this intro, and I got back to starting this because whew, these were in some plastic outer wrappers, and my goodness gracious, were they incredibly difficult to get to. But for the sake of this video, we got through them. We're able to get straight to these books, so let's get started. This first one here is from Syndicate Comics. This is a small group. Essentially, what it is I ordered these guests of the show, Team Ohana Comics. Fellow Instagrammers and YouTubers, check them out, Team Ohana. They were on our show, OnlySlabs, a couple times, but they've also were big donors to the Comics Curing Cancer. They donated over 10 slabs to Comics Curing Cancer, helped raising money to for the American Cancer Society. And while they were on there, among other things, they were talking about their upcoming exclusive book, and they also had given away a couple copies of this exclusive that they auctioned off, as well as the cover artist Deegan Pacuros was did a future commission for somebody as well too. And so I went ahead and I went and picked up two copies of this, one for me and one for the giveaway box. So here you are. This is Radiant Pink issue number 1, the Team Ohana Deegan Pacuros variant, signed by the cover artist Deegan. Comes with the COA. On the back side there, it says Team Ohana and Syndicate Comics and Collectibles have issued this certificate of authenticity copy of Radiant Pink number 1, as well as specially limited series of 500 copies, as well as to authenticate the signature of the cover artist Deegan Pacuros. So there we are. One of those is going to be given away in our giveaway bin, one for myself, the Team Ohana exclusive. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming on and all that you did for Comics Curing Cancer. Appreciate you very much. Guys, you go check them out, see if they still have any of these available. All right, next up, from the 616, got a couple of books here. This is the Yoda number 1. This should be, I think this is the incentive ratio, as I recall. Very cool looking Yoda with that snake. If you remember the original action figure, you had that snake that was draped around his neck and stuff. Very cool. And the Virgin variant for Star Wars: The High Republic. I believe this is issue 1. The Tyler Kirkham variant. So there we are. Cooly cool. All right. Next up, a slab. From ShortBoxed. So ShortBoxed is the selling app on your phone, mobile device that allows people to sell slab comics, either CGC or CBCS, and you as the buyer are able to go on there and peruse the books, save, do filters, everything like you could any other buying app, right? Except that what ShortBox is doing, which is very unique, which is what I love about ShortBox, is they're putting the power in the hands of the buyer and helping to make sure that you're getting good deals. So one of the things that they do is they have they're looking at selling data, and they're comparing what they're giving even the sellers, so when they go to list something, an idea of what they're saying their list price is, where does that fall into what the market is, what's fair value. and it's then giving it the green, yellow, amber, um, or the green, amber, red, stoplight, the green, yellow, red indicators as to whether or not it's a good deal, whether it's a fair deal, or whether it's maybe not a good deal at all. But depending upon what demand is, you never know, because obviously certain books, if there's high demand and not hardly any books, then it is what it is, and they haven't sold in a while. But anyways, also they'll give you some sales data if they have it on the particular book, so you can make a decision what's that's there, and of course you can do your back and forth offers. So very cool platform. I dig it. Matter of fact, Team ShortBox is be coming up on January the 28th. We're going to have them on OnlySlabs. A couple of members from Team ShortBox bringing on some of the books that's important to them from their personal collections. But we'll be talking about their platform a little bit while we're at it, and who knows, maybe they'll bring some stuff, some swag. Anyways, so this is a book I was perusing on the ShortBoxed that I've been actually looking at this book now for, I don't know, a year and a half. It's a book that's appealed to me. It's a Bronze Age book, but it's a Golden Age title. So it's a book that basically, it's a series that was out in the Golden Age, then it disappeared, and they brought it back. Oh man, this book's in here all screwy. I'll have to see if I can get it straightened out at all. Holy cow. Yuck. Anyways, this is All-Star Comics. And this is All-Star Comics number 58. So from January 1976. This is the first appearance of Power Girl and the first issue in the title since 1951. So there's a great cover. You can see the Golden Age Flash, Golden Age Green Lantern, Dr. Fate, all of them. You got Power Girl coming. Maybe you were too tough for the Justice Society, featuring the Justice Society of America. So there you are. Very cool. I love this. Who else we got on here? We got Wildcat, Star Spangled Kid, and Robin. That's right. Anyways, as you can see, this book is now, unfortunately, this has shifted quite significantly in here. As I'm looking at it, I'm not even sure what's going on, because I can see the inner well guide here, and it goes up straight, but the book crosses over it. So I'm not sure how that's even possible. That's like more than like a shift. I don't know. I'm going to have to play with this and see if I can't get it to go back. Otherwise, I'm going to have to send this in for a reholder, which will suck. But it's, oh yeah, Slab took some damage at one point. I can see there's some slab damage here. So I don't know, maybe something happened in shipping, some slab damage and then the slab ship. I'll have to reach out and see what's up with guy. Yes, that's unfortunate, because this was a great price. I'll have to see what they can do. Anyways, so to be continued on finding out that, but a great book, great grade, great price. I have no doubt that it'll get taken care of one way or the other, because I've dealt with some issues with ShortBox before. So anyways, we'll follow up on it as we go along. Okay, so here's the follow-up to this whole saga. Upon further inspection of this book, it wasn't just cockeyed and everything else, but I really kind of dug into it and discovered that this book has been tampered with. It's the damage that we had found here is actually a pry spot, where, because the top along here is not actually together and sealed, and as I go down the sides, I can see when I compare it to other slabs where this has been separated and some adhesive there. But the really bigger one was as we kind of got into it here, and you can start to see it here right where my middle finger is at the top where the book is extended over. That's actually the inner well is sliced, and the slice, when you get into it, actually it moves more along the line and it runs perfectly along the seam all the way down when they start looking at it with a magnifying glass. So somebody took this case, cracked it out, and replaced the book. Now, I don't normally wouldn't expect to see that on a book that's only a $300 book, but you know, people do shady stuff all the time, so who knows? Anyways, I took all the photographic evidence. I reached out to ShortBoxed, who I bought this from, and ShortBoxed responded very promptly. They passed it on to their operations team, who did some additional looking at all the photos and the video I sent them of the unboxing and everything else. And they got back to me, and now they have issued me a return shipping label to send back to them, and they have refunded me for my purchase. So now ultimately that means I don't have the book and I have to go find another book. They did find another book that's a 9.0 that's a little bit more expensive. I'm probably going to hold off for now, but I kind of wish that they had, for my trouble, had given me like a code for maybe $10 or $20 off my next purchase of $100 or more. Would have been a little bit extra effort gesture. They're not required to. It would have been something really kind of nice. But ultimately, the fact that they are refunding my money very promptly, that is exactly what you want. Is you want a company like ShortBox who's guaranteeing this. Their whole point of their whole setup is that they are this extra buffer between you and the seller, and that they're holding the money in escrow until the book's delivered, and all these different things to give you confidence in the purchasing experience, that when something like this goes wrong, they immediately are on it. They responded to my initial email within 1 business day of the issue, and had resolution within 72 hours of that first response. So I think that's all that you can expect. My period as in customer experience tells me that's a good reasonable time. They've refunded me my money. They're paying for the book to get shipped back, and they'll deal with any other remediation. So there you go, guys. That's the outlook of the whole scenario. Ultimately, will I use ShortBox again? Absolutely. In fact, I just bought tickets to their live event that they're doing not too far from me. So there you go. All right, guys, until next time, collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody, especially me. I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.